Right. I'm live. You can turn it down too if you want. Coming on with me.
Oh, there's Are you live?
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm watching.
Oh, hello, whoever you are.
I don't know who it is. Anyway.
Give him a minute to say hi.
Yeah.
Where's Limey at? He wasn't on the last one.
I don't
Is
know.
he alright?
I'm busy. Just like us. We're busy. What? Where? That? I think it's one. I think. Mm-hmm. That he is.
Hey.
Yeah, where's Limey?
Yeah.
Well, there's Don.
Hi, Don.
How are you, buddy? Now let's see if I can do
Anybody
this.
else have a ladybug infestation?
Probably.
Or ladybug issue?
Copy. If somebody wants to join, I don't know.
Where to go?
Is that how that works?
Show founder, LBP. Guests can stream to their own destination. Yeah, that should be how it works. I guess you'll see if Don pops up.
A great way to get more viewers. Each guest may add up to 2 destinations.
Each stream allows up to 6 guest destinations. And total guests must log into
I don't either, but anyway. I need my whiteboard over here.
Why?
Because.
To show them how crazy.
Yeah. Oop. Tired? I could go to bed right now. Well, you don't have to be here if you don't want to be. But I respect your decision to sleep. Sometimes I need more than that from what I get. I'm not awake most of the time. I've really got to go turn the lights down. I wonder if that's it. Seems like it's really bright in this corner. There is a lot here, so like, don't turn them off. Just turn them down.
Well, those ones you
Well, dude, turn those on and turn these off. I don't know if I got any better or not, but oh, now it's dark. That's good enough.
I mean, that's turned all the way down. Like, that's not even off.
That's good enough. I just felt like it was really, really bright. Ron is coming over, getting stuff around for the weekend.
Are you too dark now?
Nah, I don't think so. Well, that sounds exciting.
Getting stuff around for the weekend. That's the weekend.
Oh.
That's lovely. Hey, look, there's Don.
Hey, Don. He looks tired.
You can tell you.
Yeah, I'm sitting here, wanting to nod off.
Look, there's the cat.
Oh, yeah. Your cat's there right there, isn't it?
Yeah, she's keeping my arm warm.
Oh, did you look at her?
And she's such a sweetie.
I wish our cat did that.
She's so pretty. Our cat does do that with me, though.
Yeah, it hates me.
I couldn't get that lucky. At least while this one's here, the other one's not in my face.
That's fair.
Well, this one
It's a
so she
trade-off.
in your face or not.
Yeah, we only got one cat, so
Technically two, but
the one doesn't come down near
she
us.
doesn't socialize.
So
All right, go away, cat. You've been there too long.
It's like, oh man, she's a big cat.
Yeah, she's a fatty. Now she's going to start getting into stuff.
Our cat doesn't.
She's nothing but a hairball.
I was gonna say she looked like she got a lot of hair.
Yeah, she's Maine Coon. Her hair grew.
That's why she's so big.
Come on. She's about knocked the laptop off. Come on, go away. Get
Yeah,
my ass. Yeah, she's a Maine Coon. Her hair grows indefinitely.
indefinitely. The
Yes.
book's bringing our cat into the screen, I guess.
Here, dog cat.
Oh, cool.
She did the big fat cat.
Yeah, I'd say.
She likes to eat food.
Uh-huh. You got one of them forever dishes where there's always food in it?
No, we have one of those. It only feeds her twice a day at 5:30 in the morning and 5:30 at night.
Oh, I bet she hates that.
Oh, she
Oh.
does.
It was
A
about
lot more than you think.
it was about like raising a kid that is like devilish.
Yeah.
The vet told me that I needed to feed her. She was 13 pounds, and that I need to feed her to be fed as an 8 to 10 pound cat. So that meant cutting her out a lot.
Uh-huh. No snacks?
Nope.
Not for her.
Here
Yeah.
Can't believe it's Thanksgiving next week already.
Oh
I
my
know.
lord.
I'm ready for mashed potatoes that are real and not out of the box.
Lumpy taties.
Yeah.
That's what we call them around
The
here.
good kind.
They're all the same.
No, they're not.
Lumpy taties.
It's all the same to me.
No, it's not.
Yeah, our deer season starts next Saturday.
All right.
So this weekend we gotta get tree stand to the woods, and first we gotta get it out of my sister's basement, and that means cutting back the undergrowth.
Well,
Ooh.
nice. Yeah, we got. I don't know. I think you're friends with me on Facebook. My post with the big whiteboard.
I don't really Facebook much anymore.
But anyway, I have a big whiteboard. I don't even know how big it is. Anyway, everything that I have to do won't fit on there. So I only put stuff that's important.
Well, you cleared one thing off, so you can put something else there now.
Yeah. I did do one thing this week.
One thing. On that whole entire whiteboard of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Well, see, the problem is I get home and then it's dinner time for us, usually like 5 o'clock.
18 things.
That's when I get home.
So then when I cook, it's maybe 30 minutes, and then eating another 30 minutes, and then boom, it's nighttime.
Bedtime.
Well, nighttime.
Yeah.
Not even bedtime, but it's dark.
Yes.
So
Saying I go to work and it's dark, and by the time I get home, it's dark.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only sunshine I see is at 9 o'clock break and lunch, and I deliver stuff up to the office earlier, and it's like, oh, sunshine, that's what that looks like.
Well, every other lunch or so, there's a place near us where I work that cooks cookies. That's what they make. And bakery, but this isn't a bakery to me. This is a manufacturer. I mean, this building's as big as like our house and the garage and everything, like times 4. Anyway, the smell carries over to where I'm parked at, where I sometimes eat my lunch. So I sit out there and enjoy the smell in the daylight.
He gains about 6 pounds from the smell.
Oh, dude, it smells so good. I wish I knew what cookies they made.
Go ask him.
I can't.
Go buy some.
That's what I'm saying. I'd buy them. They smell damn good when they come out of the oven, apparently. So, but that's all. Mostly just work.
Yeah, that's all I've been doing lately. Saying John Wilburn just texted me a little bit ago. Him and Cope are digging into my transmission as we speak.
I seen John posted Cope posted a picture of John with his 904 parking only, 904 King parking only, or something. So Now, John Cope lives in Indiana, right?
Yeah, he's like an hour southeast of Chicago or something
That's
like
what I
that.
thought. I was going to tell John he needs to stop by.
Which one, Cope or Wilburn?
Either one's fine. I don't care. At some point, I'll be going to John Cope for a transmission someday.
Yeah, I ended up me and John. We went to Chrysler Carlisle, or not last year, but the year before.
Yeah.
No. Well, we had went the year before that, and then we was talking, and because I had a 383 in the garage I got from my uncle. It used to be in the Valiant, but I'd never do nothing with it. So I was going to give it to John, and he's like, "Oh, I'll give you, fair market value for it." Then it's talking about rebuilding this transmission, so the money he's giving me out of that, he's just going to buy parts and rebuild this transmission.
Well, that's good.
So, at least I'll have a good transmission, and that motor wasn't doing me any good anyway.
Yeah, what is it? Is it a 727 or?
Yeah. Yeah, it used to be in the car years ago. I bought it off my uncle. John sent me a picture of one of the clutches or the bands or whatever. The little discs with the nubbies.
Yeah.
He showed me one that looked like it was a.
I don't know much about Mopar stuff, so.
I don't know much about nothing. But I know it's supposed to be straight, and it wasn't. He texts me. It's like, I think this got warm once or twice. It's like, my uncle's always hard on stuff. He wasn't afraid to break it.
The transmission out of the Laguna got really hot.
Too hot or just overly hot?
Probably too hot. But I didn't have any cooler on it either, so that probably didn't help. It was literally just looped. It's a loop system. It come out the transmission, went right back in.
Probably not good in a racing application.
Oh no, not at all. But I mean, what was crazy was the first year for the No Name Nationals was really the first year I had my car together, theoretically. So that transmission lasted a year and a half, pretty much, like that.
Well, at least it gave you that much.
Yeah.
Shame it took shit at No Name, though, but.
Yeah. I only had like $350 in that transmission, so.
You can't argue that.
No. And it lasted that long, and without the proper equipment, it's hard.
You got a trans cooler on it now?
Oh, yeah. Well, it's funny. Once I got a better paying job, I started doing the things that I needed to do the first time.
So first time you did it to get by?
Pretty much. I literally tell people, when we went to the No Name Nationals, like, I know Dallas, when we were there, said to try and go to this garage that's close to that track and get a transmission. What he didn't know was I was on my last, like, $100. We had gas money to get home, and that was about it. So.
That was about all.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to next year already.
Oh, all right.
You still talking to Dawn?
Yeah.
Anybody else doing the check?
Not yet, I don't think. Yeah, I'm ready for No Name 2024.
Yeah.
It's still hopefully going to be at Jeffers.
I will not be bringing anything.
You don't know that.
I do know that.
My car's broke. We're bringing yours.
I'm not racing.
I didn't say you were racing it. I would be.
No, if it's my car, you're not racing my car.
Well, we'll just run it down the track. You won't race it.
Yeah, it wouldn't make it down the track, I don't think.
Nobody will let me drive my car like my daily at this daily driver mania. I mean, that's at Edgewater.
Yeah, our home track has a race every year at the end of the year when they're going to close the track down for like daily driver, like actually daily driver, like your Toyota Camrys and vans and stuff.
I wanted to take mine because I didn't get to do it when they done it at the beginning of the year. And everybody's like, no, you're not racing your car.
I don't think they would even allow that on the track.
Why? Because it's being my hood's being held down by a ratchet strap, and you can see everything underneath the side of it on the right.
That might be part of it.
I think it's the frame
It doesn't
damage.
have no fender.
It's the frame damage. So
He's fine. It would pass tech. There's
maybe I'm going to share this on Facebook. Maybe we'll
people
get some
that
more.
go around with no hoods all the time. At least mine's still there.
Let's see
Barely.
here. What do I need to do to get there?
Yeah, I shouldn't have as much to do to my car this year for next year. All I want to do is put another motor and tranny in it, and clean up the under the hood and the tunnel while it's out.
I know
And
you said you weren't going to do the 5-barrel, right?
Yeah, I was going to go with a second 4-barrel,
Oh, you're going to do
2
full
4s.
quads. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Jason's garage says he's got a second one for me, so I can even that out a little bit. It's like, all right, I'll do that.
Yeah, I can't believe that it works. The 5-barrel. It's cool.
Yeah, but it's time for a change, I think.
Oh yeah. Well, and I don't wonder if you'll gain some actual power from that.
Oh, I'm sure there will, because it was kind of asthmatic the way it was.
Because it'll have
It's only breathing down a hole about that big.
Yeah, but you'll have an intake where it's got both.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Well, the motor I'm building, it's not going to be stock either. So.
Oh, I didn't know you were building a new motor.
Yeah, I got a second motor for it. There's an RV 440 I got a couple years ago. It ran when pulled. We ended up I bought the whole RV just for the motor and trans. Guy at work was getting rid of it because where he was storing it, the guy wanted it out and he didn't drive it anymore. It's like $400. It's like, I'll take it.
Yeah,
we drove it 16 miles to where it got pulled apart. A friend of mine scrapped it. Told him he could keep everything out of it. I just wanted the motor and tranny. They had an almost new old generator in the back of it. It looked brand new. So I don't know what he did with that. I don't know if he scrapped it or whatever.
If you can get them cheap, I mean, RVs aren't entirely useless. Like, because I mean, the engine and transmission is pretty much the value there, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes the rear end, depending on what it is. But for like the GM stuff, unless it's a 454, the 350s aren't really worth anything because they're everywhere.
Yeah.
But the way that we got, because we brought 2 home that we got for free that had big blocks in them. Same thing as you. The guy had to get rid of them to clean up the property to sell it or whatever. Some type of family case. But anyway, we just ripped them apart, and I stole a lot of the wire out of them because it's automotive wiring, and it's all been protected from the weather. It's been in weather stripping, like the sleeves.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's good wire.
Yeah, and you got a lot of long runs.
Yeah. So I saved a lot of it, and heck, even some of the cheap plastic PVC looking pipe, the sleeves, I saved. I mean, you never know when you're going to need it.
Yeah. You sound like a hoarder.
I really am.
I am too.
But I need to cut out more of the seats out of my bus. I got a full-size school bus that I put my stuff in. It's actually kind of organized. If I cut the seats out and put my shelves that I want in there, it'll be more organized.
A lot of storage.
Yeah. I need a semi-trailer, but those are expensive. And the bus didn't cost me anything. Well, it cost going to get it, but
still cheap.
Yeah. $50 in gas. And I got dry storage, so
that's the big deal. Dry storage. At least it keeps shit out of the garage.
Right. Well, that's the thing. Three of us working in the garage when I got that. Now it's just two. So, and then at some point we're going to get my brother's tools out, and then we'll have more space. So, at some point I'd like to get my own shop, but that's financially out of the question for right now. But storage is like, if you have it, you cherish it. I'll show you. I'll look up and share my screen. I'm buying. Actually I bought it already. Um, some of the upgrades I'm doing to the Laguna. You said you're not doing a lot to the uh, car, right?
No, just motor and tranny and clean up what I didn't clean underneath last year. Because I had scraped all the undercoating up to the tunnel.
Well, I'm doing the opposite of you. I'm doing like everything, and I'm probably stupid for doing it, but you know.
Well, I'm saying last year I ended up with, we put a new front end underneath it, redid the floors, new carpet, got the interior back together, and then the Protect stuff. We did
Yeah.
a fire or a rear firewall between the trunk and the back seat. Redid the gas tank, the battery box, cut off switch, all that stuff. So this year it should be just a matter of pulling the motor and tranny, getting it cleaned up, and sticking the other one in it.
That sounds like pretty easy work, I guess.
Yeah, it
Easier said than done.
Yeah, I've never put a motor together though, but I figure I want to acquire parts over the winter.
Definitely don't rush.
No. Saying just Mopar Joe, he's got a Voodoo cam for me. He's gonna
that's cool.
He's gonna give me the buddy price on
it. The buddy price. I like that. But these torque boxes, man, I can't even buy the material for what they're charging to have to get them. Like I was going to do my own, and then I seen the price of this. I'm like, yeah, I got to get it. So I bought my uppers and lowers from here, 10 Soldiers, which is a local company. So yeah, but just more, a lot. I'm probably biting off more than I can chew, but I also don't plan to race a lot next year. Like this year, I ran points at our local track. So I was pretty much busy all year racing. Whereas this next year, I'm not. I'm just going to be all of the fun races, basically. LS Fest, No Name National, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I bought, I don't know, I may have posted it on YouTube, but I bought an aluminum motor for the car now. So I'll be dropping 100 pounds, well, possibly more than that because I'm putting forged pistons and rods in it. So
yeah, I don't know what all I'm doing to this motor. I just want to put a cam in whatever needs to go with that. And I'm hoping to run the stock pistons and rods and crank.
well,
I don't need nothing fancy, but I've always wanted to do a motor that has just enough cam that it has a cam.
Oh yeah, it sounds about like my red truck. When we were putting it together, we wanted something that was like sounded good and didn't run like garbage, basically.
Right. I figure between a decent cam and a second 4-barrel, it ought to run way more than what I got now. Because the motor in this car's now, it's just an RV 440 that he plug and play. My uncle just stuffed it in there, and it's just factory. it's starting to get tired. The gaskets, the seal, everything. It's starting to leak, and
Yeah.
uh, it's
These
getting.
things aren't meant to last forever.
That's all right. Saying once I put that other motor in there, and then I'll have this motor I can still mess with. Not that I'll do anything with it,
I
but
don't.
I'll get it cleaned up and
Yeah, for sure. Well, then you'll have for spare parts too. Really, if you
yeah.
ever needed it.
I'm curious what the
The
back half of the motor looks like running on that one barrel for the last 15 years. It's got to be running lean.
I don't know. But what's the difference between a 4 and a 2 there?
Right.
But I bought rods off of Facebook Marketplace. The guy don't know the brand. I mean, he knew it came out of an LS. I know that he took them out of an LS, but he didn't know the brand. And I'm like, they were $400 cheaper than what I can buy them new for. So, of what they look like some that I know the brand, but they don't have it on them.
There's no markings.
No. So, I don't know. Hopefully they're good when they get here. If not, rods are like $600.
See, that's why I wanted to do this on the cheap.
Yeah. Well, I've honestly put a goal in front of me that's a lot. I want to make 1,500.
That's
That's a
helpful.
lot. Yeah. That's a lot. I mean, putting that much horsepower in anything is a lot.
Yeah. I'd be happy to get 450 out of this. Saying it'll be more than what I got, so it'll be a plus.
You don't have to go fast to have fun. I've learned that
I had a
every
blast
step of the
last
way.
year. I was just now I got to be able. Even with that 5 barrel, I had grip issues. But saying Jeffers had their track wasn't in the greatest shape last year anyway.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm running street tires, so
Which I hated that.
I figured between a motor and tranny, if I get some decent tires on there, I might blow the rear end out of it.
Now, does it have a posi in it, or is it one wheel peel?
It's a one wheel peel.
What rear end's in that? Like a 7 1/4 or whatever those are?
It's an 8 1/4.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's out of a 65 Cornet or something like that. Saying there's nothing fancy about that. I think my uncle did the one wheel peel because I don't think he wanted it because he used to be pretty much a lead foot. So I think he didn't want the posi because that way it didn't kick out on him around corners.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Excuse me. We got a family member that's got a bunch of old vehicles from like stuff from the 30s all the way up until there's a like 90s or late 80s Mercedes car there. And I think, I don't remember. It's been 2 years since I've been out to the property where they're at. I think there's a car like yours there,
Really?
but I don't know. I thought it was like a 65 Cornet.
I'd like to get a posi rear for in that though. That'd make a big difference, at the tree. That and I got some aluminum slots out there. That'd probably fit some kind of drag radial or something, but that's going to be its own animal.
Yeah.
Saying by the time I'm done, I'll probably blow the rear end out of it or the drive shaft.
If you put so we put in my car before I got the aluminum drive shaft with the billet yoke and all that. We had a stock yoke, stock universals, 3 U joints, and the stock drive shaft shortened like an inch. So, and it went 10 10.05, I think. So, and that's on stock parts in a 4,000 pound car. So, but it's a Ford 9-inch, I guess, too. But still,
See, what I want to do is I want to beat Dakota in his Trans Am.
oh,
I think
what?
he's running.
I don't know if I ever got to see it run.
Yeah, he was running pretty decent. I think he was running low nines, mid nines. And I ran a 10-1 twice, and that was just a 5 barrel. So I wanted to nine. I wanted to get into the nine so bad, but it never happened.
The I bet just having the dual quads will get you that.
Probably. The
'Cause I
same
wouldn't-
last year, I wanted to bring the 5 barrel the way it was, just because everybody heard about it. So, and it did well. It didn't give me any trouble other than wanting to overheat because I was hot lapping it. But that's my own fault.
Well, a cooling system in a car is hard. Like,
Yeah, this thing it cooks under the hood because there's so much engine under that little in that engine compartment. It just cooks itself.
that
I mean,
Laguna,
even in traffic, like stoplight to stoplight, it don't like it. It runs on the highway fine.
the Laguna, the turbo and the headers are like the most hot thing I've ever seen in my life, and it's crazy that it creates that much heat. Just driving. I mean, we went from Jeffers to Lambert's. I mean, you couldn't touch it, like until after we went outside after we ate.
Yeah.
So
I was thinking about gapping the hood there against the cow. That way it'd let some heat out a little bit.
yeah, I don't know how else you could do it. You could probably add like air ducts in it somehow that come out up under the bottom or something. But
I don't know. I'm pretty low to the ground already, and my radiator already comes down to the bottom of the front fascia. Because underneath the bumper, the front valance, it's supposed to wrap underneath.
yeah,
It's almost straightened out now. If you reach underneath that piece of metal, there's radiator comes all the way to the bottom of that, and it's straightened out.
what radiator does it have in it?
I'm not sure.
Uh,
It's about
I
as big
think-
as you can get, though.
Well, I bet if you bought an aluminum one, I think you would be
That
surprised
would be a plus, I'm sure.
because I
But
bought
right now, I'm not running a uh, the thingy in the heater core or
thermostat.
thermostat. Yeah, saying if I run a thermostat and drilled it out just a little bit, just to slow the water down a little bit. That way, it had time to pick up the heat better. That might work better.
Yeah, but mine don't have a thermostat in it. I mean, granted, I don't drive it mine like you probably drive yours, but
Oh, I drive mine everywhere.
yeah, which I plan on doing a little bit more of. But it right now, as it sits, I would hate to drive it anywhere. It's not a car you should drive. Like it's too loud.
Right.
If I put a muffler on it or something like that bolts onto the exhaust out the fender, maybe. But
I was thinking about putting cutoffs on mine.
well, like when we went to Lambert's, we can talk, but we can't have an actual conversation.
Right.
And I think that's a 55-mile-an-hour road or 45. I don't remember.
Yeah, something like that. I think it's 55.
So even at non-highway speeds, you can barely talk to each other.
Yeah, that's saying putting that new that insulation and carpet in it quieted mine down quite a bit.
I guess the other factor is my trans tunnel. Part of it is not sealed. It's just sitting there over top of the drive shaft loops. I'd like to replace that, but
That's where I got you beat. I got 3 layers on my tunnel.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Well, once I get so we built a like a metal roller,
Yeah.
and before that we had the only way we could bend metal was to find something that was big enough around to do the. So
Right.
now we got one to where I can make it in 2 sections, weld it together, and have a nice trans tunnel.
Now
So
this got most of the factory tunnel, and my uncle had built another one over top of it because had to make a shelf for that floor shifter.
I
When
got
I
you.
when I put floors in it this year, I built another one to level that out. I built it around the shifter, but I made it the whole tunnel all the way from the firewall to the seat, or to the edge of the shifter. So I got 3 layers. I figure if I ever blow the tranny out of it, it's got a long way to go before it gets to my feet.
Yeah, I got the. We bought a train shield like as soon as we got the 400 in it, the TH400. I bought one. Like as soon as we were starting to actually go fairly fast, I'm like, I like my feet.
Yeah.
Like it's not even. It's what it was. I mean, we didn't even pay a lot of money for it even. So I mean, it was worth it in my opinion.
Hey, I got Ronnie coming over here shortly, so at any
Right.
moment I might have to duck out.
Sure.
We got to go dig shit out of the garage. And saying,
I'll be there.
Ronnie works for a garage door company, and he's getting me some scrap panels. So
Oh,
we're gonna the carport out here. We're going to build like a snow fence.
oh, to keep the snow from coming in.
Yeah, it'll have a wall on 2 sides, but it'll be about 5 foot tall. So at least it's better than everything blowing in.
Have you ever like went to these siding companies and asked for the scratch and dent stuff? You could probably get some stuff cheap there to do the whole thing. It might not. It might not be the same color, but
Oh, that's the way my garage is now. I used to work for a guy that did a bunch of metal roofs.
or yeah, you could even go to like the job site and go, "Hey, you got any extra?"
Usually, well, about the only luck there is to get the cover sheets.
Yeah.
They cover the stack with just to protect the first sheet. So that's what I did with my garage. I put new plywood up on it a couple years ago because it was getting bad. It was, I and luckily it was right at, it's 8 foot tall, so I didn't have to cut any length off of it. But
Yeah.
I took off 2 panels and I'd put one back and I'd take another piece off. Put it, I was doing this down.
The
Ended
side.
up, I resided the whole garage. Then the guys roofing with he had a bunch of crap panels, they're just different colors. There's nothing really wrong with them. But I ended up I did the side of the garage, 2 sides of it with roofing.
Hey, look at that. We
And
got Heavens Mopars. Scott.
Hi, Scott.
Brooke says hi, Scott.
with an S.
So, yeah, I mean, you can do a lot with a carport, really. Like, Dad bought one for the pontoon boat, and it, it's nice, but it's also not nice.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
way mine is. It's a roof. That's all it is.
and
Roof with a
well,
dirt floor.
he paid. Scott says hi. He paid a lot for it, and there, it just has the roof, and it comes down the sides like one panel, so 4 feet maybe. I don't even know what they are, maybe two, three. So we have some leftover roof or siding from the building that my grandfather bought that he never put together. We're just going to throw some of them on there. They don't match color wise, but who cares?
That's the way that metal roofing is on the side of the garage. I got green and brown, and one's a cover sheet. It's 2 different colors. It's like where they did a changeover on the color of paint.
Yeah, like I mean,
I don't give a shit. It's waterproof. That's all I care about.
that, and you can always throw paint on it. I mean, who really cares?
No.
Let's see if he wants to get in here. I'll post that back. So did the link work?
It did for me.
Did you have to copy and paste it in the thing, or did it?
No, I just clicked it.
Oh, okay, good. Well, on my side, it doesn't look like you can click it.
On your end, it does on
Yeah,
Uh,
it's underlined. So
okay. I got you. That makes more sense. But I've been busy with this diesel truck that I bought, and it's been a lot of work. And the other thing is, it's been interrupted by job sites that I've had to fly to and life. So
and
like,
light.
I'd get a day or two to work on it, and then I'd be gone, or I'd have to be dragged off to something else.
Yeah, it's hard to keep the motivation up when you only got intermittent time like that.
So I'm at a point to where I can weld up the bumper bracket and start assembling the front end, the doghouse. I just bought some metal roofing yesterday for the garage add-on that I'm building onto the garage. Sweet. I'm sure that wasn't cheap. I don't even want to guess steel prices anymore. Or metal, anything really. I used to have a good supplier, but I don't now. Always a distraction of some sort. Yeah, and what sucks is it's not a distraction I can control. Like, it's always something that I have to do. It's not like, yeah, if I could do that tomorrow if I do this today. Yeah, it's not that. So, you got to work with what you got. So,
Yeah. So I was saying I just started a new job here a month or so ago. So I'll be a temp for 90 days, 3 months, however they work it. Then once I get hired on, I'm going to tell them it's like, hey, I got a commitment in September. I'm going to let them know ahead of time because I know I won't have any vacation. But I figured, fuck it, I was looking for a job when I got hired there, so you know, I'm making it to no name. I don't care. That's my one and only thing that I get to look forward to.
yeah. Like I tell her, both times we've went, without a doubt, it's my favorite event out of all of the ones I go to.
I'm saying you get there and 90% of the people.
Yeah, it's the conversations you have. It's not about, like, I mean, I like racing, don't get me wrong, but being able to relax and socialize and still have a good time racing is like top tier for me, because it's supposed to be relaxing.
Yeah.
So
I was saying you go to a race weekend, you get to know the people on either side of you, and you don't really know unless people you've met before.
yeah. I mean, I still like going to my local track and stuff like that, but as far as traveling and racing, like it's honestly a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
But I do enjoy it, so it's part of it. But like I said, No Name Nationals is my thing. It's a weekend or week now. I mean, we were out here Wednesday through Friday. Yeah.
Well, Ronnie's out back, so I'll be getting off of here pretty soon, pretty quick.
All right. Well, have a good rest of your night. We'll have to.
I can't believe it's 8:15 already.
8:15. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to shut this down in an hour. I didn't. Honestly, wasn't even going to stream, and then like we're sitting there watching YouTube, and I can't find anything to watch. So I'm like, well, I might as well do my own stuff.
Yeah, normally I watch Slant Daily.
Oh, is he live right now?
Yeah, they do him and Dallas does Wednesdays at 8.
I haven't watched that in forever. I didn't know they were still doing it.
Yeah.
So
Actually, I got to get a hold of him because he was a Ken from Tall's Garage. He was talking there. He's commenting about a aluminum block or a slant six.
Hmm.
It's like, oh, I got aluminum block 225 out in the garage, complete right down to the draft tube. It ran when pulled. It used to be in my one Valiant, but my uncle pulled it because it had low oil at idle. As far as I know, it's good. I haven't saying it's complete. I haven't. I'm tempted to pull the heads off to see if the sleeves and the block are still intact, because that was the big thing with them. If you didn't change antifreeze regularly, it would eat the aluminum.
Really?
Where it meets the sleeves.
that's crazy.
But if it's if it's still a good block and everything, Shane was wanting to do an aluminum block 225, but he'd seen in the chat where Ken had said about I'll buy it off you. It's like I really don't want to sell it. It's more of a museum piece for me. I'll keep it in the garage for 20 years.
Yeah.
But if Slant Daily, if he were to, agree to rebuild it and, say 5 years down the road, he's done with it, as long as I got dibs on getting it back, I'd let him do that.
Yeah.
Because I'd like to see it live again. I'd like to put it back in this Valiant sometime, but I'm not going to. I don't trust myself enough to do, aluminum block, let alone saying I've never done a motor before. So,
Well, I got an aluminum LS engine, and it's a new whole ball game for me. So I'm terrified of it. Scott, it's gonna be a car again.
Ron's here.
Hello.
Hey, Ron.
Who we on with?
Levi.
Oh, I left the koozie at the house. Can't drink and drive.
That's a good thing. Don't do that.
I got both of them. I got the Stars and Stripes one. I got at No Name Nationals #2, the original, which matches Don's hat.
I was just your end caps.
No, those are yours. A present for Don.
Yeah. It's end caps for those garage door panels.
Oh, I got you.
The way it finishes the ends off so they're not ragged.
Well, a file, rough cut and a file, and
Right.
they use hot glue. They're designed for rivets also. All you need is a pinhole. Pting, pting, pop, pop.
All right. Well, now we got to go dig some crap out of the garage.
Nah, I got a couple of them. It's not a fly-by. I didn't know you was on.
I wasn't until.
Hey, I wasn't planning on walking into the chair.
We're going to have to go dig that crap out of the garage. There's no telling where it's at.
I get up earlier than you do.
Doesn't mean it's because I go
I'm
to
dressed
bed.
for it. He's going to. I'll sit down and let him get dressed. Go outside.
I'm good. I'll get cold and want to come back in. I'll make it.
Oh, me too.
Oh, the old safety cheaters. They go everywhere. Stepping on something.
So, what's the temperature there?
In the house or outside?
Outside.
42 according to the laptop.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what.
I'm waiting on a new furnace. It was 57 in there when I got into the house today. Not a home, it's a house at this point. Waiting on the furnace guy.
He rents a little one bedroom, and he's between fuel oil and switching over to natural gas, and the landlord's kind of dicking him.
No, the plumber's waiting on the unit. It's a small unit, and it's not one they keep in stock, so they're waiting for one to come in. Supply, waiting on parts.
Yeah.
You can understand it. My electric bill's going to suck.
It's a normal thing now, apparently.
Well, it's like camping. Wake up chilly. I got supplemental heat. Turn the oven on to about warm. Have a fan blowing down the hallway. It's only a low efficiency. It's only 5 little rooms. Put a curtain up. I'm actually fine, but he's got pipes downstairs.
Man, I bought a little heater, space heater, it's an electric one, off of Northern Tool, and I love that thing. It'll heat our whole basement.
That square one?
Yeah,
The one that I currently have under my desk at the office.
yeah, that one.
This one was left by the guy that left. That piece was free. Washer dryer, $100. AC, $30. $10 for a toolkit. They just missed it's a Craftsman that the little flappies broke off. Complete set, $10. Take it. Still have it in my trunk 3 years ago.
Spokane, Washington. Whew. My boss was up near you.
40s all week, freezing at night.
Ugh.
Yeah, we've been
Frost.
having the frost in the last couple mornings.
Y'all can keep that where you're at. Don't bring it near me.
I'll get up in the morning and look at the temperature on the laptop, and like this morning, 26. It's like,
Ugh.
I looked out the front door. It's like, yeah, I'll be preheating the van.
Oh yeah.
I ain't scraping no frost in November.
Well, my car, my Camry, my Toyota Camry, has the worst heat ever. So if you're not driving at least 35 or 40 plus, it doesn't have any heat. It's cold.
Oh, it never warms up.
Nope. And I'm not wondering if the thermostat's bad or if it's just that efficient, because it's got a tiny aluminum radiator and it's an aluminum headed iron block. So I'm thinking it's the like I said, the thermostat, but
I'm in. Getting comfortable.
I don't want to keep you from working.
Oh no, I'm trying not to. This is a blessing, actually.
It was his idea to come over and do this. Now he's lollygagging.
Well, this shit's gotta happen. We got 3 things going on Saturday, and this has to happen tomorrow. I need straps. We got a 16-foot panels, 19 inches tall, times 3, wind wall beside Gerwin for the carport.
Yeah, that's going to be nice.
$26.
Yeah, that's cheap. Yeah, you can't buy that. You probably
Plus hardware. That'd
The
be
material.
the screws and a flat washer.
Yeah, that's going to be rough.
Yeah.
How much is the panel? 56 cents a foot.
54 cents a foot. Linear foot. I had choice between 24 down to 18 inch. I'd take 19. It's only a 1-inch panel.
Yeah.
And it separates a yard from the storage for girling.
Well, at least it ain't going to have all that road dirt blowing in there too, as much.
Yeah, I guess if you get some more of that material, you can enclose it. And
Nah, we won't be able to see over. It's
Well,
a knee wall. Categorically. It's one of those, you're looking over the fence type shit.
yeah, for the neighbor.
Yeah, well, we're not going to enclose it. Still got to be able to see through.
Or I can't put it out in front because I won't be able to get the car out. And between the last 2 posts, I need to be able to walk through there. So
The side yard's the stop and go.
Mm.
We've done a 10 by 10 over his daughter's Durango, held the whole rear end up in the air in snow. And it's like, that's the work spot right in the yard.
yeah, it sucks. It's still grass, but
Well, that's the other thing. We got they dug up some of the roads here, and the DOT just left it on this guy's property. So
Never mind.
that wasn't very smart of the DOT. So he started selling it.
hey, why not?
And we know the guy, so we got about 6 truckloads of asphalt out
it
back now.
chunked that. What, millings?
Yeah.
All right, so it's pretty fine.
Hopefully.
It compacted like asphalt almost, basically.
Yeah, just a re-roll.
Yeah, we don't really have a roller, but we got a dozer that's got tracks, the flat tracks.
Oh, there you go.
So
That'll pack it.
Oh yeah,
That and you get some sun on it and melt that tar back up again.
dude. In the spots we did the compacting, if we let it, honestly, if we did it during the summer, like the actual summer heat, it would have probably been just like you paved it.
I believe it.
Because I mean, even where we compacted it, it was 60 degrees outside. So I mean, and sun baking, but it. I mean, you can't tell. On the edges, you can where it kind of breaks off. It's not as strong,
They call that the crumblage.
but
That's the good part of a casserole. You got to scrape the pan.
oh, but it was free, so
Yeah.
you can't compete.
Yeah.
You know,
I'd be willing to put that out here in the yard.
Just so you don't have to mow.
well, that's what I don't know what the DOT was planning on doing with it, but all I know is that guy's getting rid of all of it, and I mean it's got to be 10 miles worth of road on
Oh,
his property.
look,
Gotta be a hell of
that's
a
not
pile.
clean fill because it compacts too easy.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
about as big as our garage.
Not for depth, you know.
The pile is.
How many inches you haven't put in?
It's probably like 1 inch thick, maybe.
Oh, it's just a coating.
Oh,
Not
1 or
up
2
here.
inches, maybe. It's not a lot,
You get one heavy tire crack, you got a ditch.
but it's got like I don't want to call it fill, but it's got really good gravel under it.
All right, fair base. Okay, I'll grant that.
So, but
Okay, so it's just a good top coat.
basically,
All right.
we're supposed to get more of it, but I think he's getting down to where people are wanting to turn him in over it, which
Wow.
yeah, why is that's the
well,
point,
they should have got rid of it if they wanted it.
right? That's what I thought. I mean, the DOT should have taken care of it. Period. But
Well, they shouldn't have even dumped it on his property.
that's
I see.
Usually they get shit like that. They dump it next to on ramps and shit like that, and just mound them up, throw some grass.
well,
seed.
we live in the sticks, so there's not like you're either on somebody's property or on city property. But
Well, at least you got what you needed out of it.
yeah,
Yeah.
well, we know the guy, so we'll probably get more. When it gets warm again, he'll probably go come get the rest of it, which will make me happy because there's still, I would say, there's probably still a quarter mile of 1 inch thick.
The scraps.
Yeah,
There's
Sound
gonna
like
be
there's
a
a
little
bunch
bit
of
left. Well, quarter mile. You said how many miles to start? 10?
yes, it has to be a lot. I mean, it was a huge pile. Like I said, it's like the pile was as big as our garage, and it's an 80 by
You already
30.
made me jealous.
Well, it's not mine. I should say it's my dad's.
Either way, it's a yeah.
But it was. I don't think it was as tall because I mean I think our building at the peak is like 13 foot or 14 foot, something like that. But still, that's a fairly big pile.
Yeah. The size of your garage doors.
10 by 10.
Oh, you got little guys.
Well, it's only got one 10 by 10 door.
Oh, single. I manufacture. I work in a manufacturing plant for garage doors. So it's like we got a 30-foot by 10 that's our entryway for big stuff to get it into the building. Get to see gear out there, but then it gets cold really fast in the winter, especially with frost like this.
So, are you more in like industrial doors, or are you like
Residential and industrial? We
Okay.
do everything. We can get put an order in, whatever you want, we can do it.
Cool?
Thermocore overhead door.
Do they? Do you guys do the fast?
Oh yeah, speed doors. Yeah,
Yeah.
comes through. Oh yeah.
I've come into contact with those twice now at a couple companies, and I love them. I was like, I want that for my garage.
Oh, that's our.
Tell you what, they save on letting the heat out.
Yeah.
No, they could close a little quicker. It's only a guy trying to walk through.
Well, the company I went to last time was in Florida. They have the speed doors, right, for everything. Every door that's big enough to be a garage door is a speed door.
No, not here.
But they have blowers blowing air out towards the outside of the door.
Oh, counteracting the cold sucking in.
No dust.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Fair enough.
It's a
Never
pharmaceutical
thought of
company.
that aspect.
So they're making, stuff in really clean environments. I've never seen anything like it before. I'm like, this would be great for heat, like you said, in the wintertime, counteract that coming in.
Yeah, too many openings in this building. We got 6 loading docks that has a cold trailer with an open hole. They're loading 6 different trailers at a time. You get the speed door, which you got forklift traffic. Then we have a 30 by 10 foot over in the other corner, which is where I'm at the mill. And that's one of those electric chain hoists. He's like, the chain's running. Yeah. So it takes forever to open. It takes forever to close. And it's 26 degrees, and it just like whoosh.
Oh, yeah. It hits you like a freight train.
Oh, it is. You got dress too warm, dress too cold.
Like, my last job, they had I don't even know how tall it was. I know it was at least 20 feet wide, but it was really tall. I mean, it had to have been 30 feet tall.
Damn, that's a whole wall.
But it was like an assembly floor. So we made machines as
assembly floor. Okay.
Yeah, they had an assembly line all the way through. So it had a door on one end and a door on the other, and no side doors. Man doors, but not roll-up doors. But yeah, it would take its time going up. And, I mean, you're talking a minute to get it up and down.
That's all it is right there.
Yeah, in the wintertime, it sucked. But
it'd be cool to have a thermal gun to watch that happen.
Yeah.
You can actually see it with the heat waves sometimes.
The worst part was I thought we were going to get a new door because somebody ran into it with a forklift, and I mean plowed it.
That never happens.
But what made it better was we were all in a safety meeting. Like the whole plant shuts down 10 minutes early at the time, and they go to the safety meeting. Well, our guy running the CNC burner to cut all the parts up.
Yeah,
there's Jason.
Yep, I've just seen Jason pumping.
They cut. He was still working. He had a lot on his plate, so he was working fast. I mean, ran right through it. It was going up, and this ran right through it. Right. It swung out in the roadway, and I was like, dude, we're gonna get a new door. It's gonna be nice. No, no. They had what made it better was they had what's the people from Up and Smoke? Why can't I think of their names?
Cheech and Chong.
They had Cheech and Chong come and fix it. I mean, dead lookalikes. It was hysterical, and they smoked like a freight chain. Both of them did. So it was great.
If they do their shit and do it right, how about it?
Oh, it was back up and running in like a day or two. Yeah. So they were good at their job. It was just funny that
here comes the cat. She's snapping the end caps to these panels. Let me get her up in here. Oh,
Jason, if you would like to join, there's the link. I mean, you don't have to, but if you want to.
Yeah, Don and Ron's got to run to the garage here and dig out some crap.
Yeah. We got 3 projects just on Saturday. Busy. Got to hang the tree stand. That's going to be a 4-hour project.
Has the missus made you get the Christmas tree out yet?
No,
Not yet.
no. We might not even put one up now that the kids are gone.
I hope we don't. Our tree is such a pain in the butt to get out and put up. So
I've got my dad's last one when he was in the hospital. It fits on an end stand. That's
that would be nice. That would be okay.
fine. Don he's got an ornament from it. He always picks an ornament. That's how he collects his ornaments for his tree.
Takes them from other people.
Well, it's a remembrance thought.
Actually, they're off. Usually, I get it like at funerals. You know, people always buy these bouquets, and they got like little birds or a butterfly or whatever in the bouquet. Or
Yeah.
I'll get something out of that for on the tree.
As a
You
remembrance.
know, it's like that was dad's, that was mom's, that was
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. You
Mom
know,
always liked anytime she went anywhere or we all went on vacation for something, we always got one wherever we went, whatever it was. So,
well, you need fill-ins.
yeah.
My mom was great. She was a green thumb. She'd go to a restaurant to see a plant. She'd reach up, stick it in her purse. She'd take a pick and home, and her house was nothing but greenery. I mean, everything free. Never bought a plant. Propagated her own stuff. I mean, go down to not Arby's, Haas's. I've seen her pick many like pink, pink, pink. It's like the salad bar. She took it with her.
I mean, that's just impressive. I can't even keep myself alive sometimes.
I kill shit.
Like, I have a hard time remembering to feed myself, let alone
I
water
don't.
plants. That
Oh, I don't have that problem.
Mm.
I got the air fryer over there. I got to put away yet.
Any leftovers?
Nope.
No to goes?
No, that's small. There's just
check the refrigerator.
No, I checked the freezer. There's more in there. There's 2 freezers over here.
No, I killed the leftovers yesterday. That was 3 days worth. I was getting tired of chicken, mashed potatoes, and gravy.
You should have brought over some of that vegetable soup.
Gramps.
Yep. Oh, 3 days worth of, 2.5 days worth of vegetable soup. Cleans the pipes.
Yeah.
Called a corn check.
Well, I guess I'll let you guys get to it. I'm gonna probably end the live stream here, just so I can try and get something done.
Yeah.
All right. It was nice chatting with you.
Yeah, you too. Good to see you, Ron.
Sorry for photo bombing. I didn't know this was,
Now we like all guests.
Bye, Brooke.
She said bye. I don't know if you can hear her.
I heard
she
her.
hanging out the back.
Yeah, she's doing homework.
Yeah. Look
All right,
great.
well, take her easy and don't get too cold.
All right. You too.
Just dress warmer.
Just